to the hottest station on the Internet Nation. We'll be right back right after these messages. All right, we are back with Freddie LaBeijA. You with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, Freddie, we are back. That's right. All right, check it out. We just finished discussing, some unfair things that were going on in ballroom politics real quick, but we're going to move forward. Is there any projects or any new categories or anything new that you're getting yourself into these days? What is Freddie LaBeijA doing today in these days?
Well, right now I'm still focused on Bazaar for now. And like I said, if I do decide to get into anything else, it'll be a surprise.
Okay, cool. Word.
Yeah, but I'm just still focusing on the Bazaar right now. Wanting to eventually expand and start going out of state and walking Bazaar because there's a lot of more balls out of state now and instead of in New York City. And I see that a few functions be having Bazaar. And I like to travel, now that my head is on straight, I love to travel, so.
Okay, cool.
So that's basically where my mind is right now.
All right. Congratulations, by the way, on winning. I heard you just recently walked the Infinity Ball.
Yes, absolutely.
How did that go? Tell us about that.
I'm going to say it was a little hectic at first. And why I say that is because I'm going to say I was going to use, I had certain props that I was going to use in my effect. And due to the fact of it being B.B. King's, a restaurant establishment, they would not let the props into the ballroom. And I had live props. So by being an establishment, they wouldn't let it in. So my intention was not to walk. I was upset. I said, I'm not going to walk. And, I was like a little discouraged and stuff. And then people were telling me like, what do you mean you're not going to walk? And I was like, I'm not going to walk. And then by my outfit being as wide as it was, because I didn't want to come. I didn't want anyone to see me getting dressed like out on the, around the perimeters where people were sitting at. I wanted to be in the back somewhere where I could come out. But if I had came out, I wouldn't have been able to fit through the door. So, wow. I made a conscious decision. I said, you know what? I said, let me just go ahead and do it. And despite I couldn't get in what I wanted in, I just did it anyway. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna just do it anyway. So, and I did it, and voila, I won. But I thought that because of the props that I had to go with my outfit, it was going to take away from my outfit of me not having it. But then I said, you know what? I'm going to just throw this together without these props, and that's what I did.
Work. So. Did you get to find a spot to change, or did you have to still get?
I changed right on the floor around the perimeters where I didn't want to.
I know that's right.
Where I didn't want to change at, I ended up doing it anyway. So, and it just all worked out.
Word. Well, congratulations.
It just all worked out.
I seen the pictures. It was beautiful. I loved it. I love Bazaar.
Thank you.
I was hoping maybe in the future I might, give it a try, but that's way in the future. Like I'm not right now. But yeah, yeah, I gotta get it together
Right.
first. I gotta get storage room. Let me stop.
That's a problem too, because I had to throw that outfit away, right? I didn't throw. I had to throw the skirt away because I didn't have no room in my apartment to keep it, and I threw it away.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been doing music a little bit. I've been fiddling with music videos and stuff like that, and I have a tendency to try to I like to be part of things. So, I kind of wanted to help out with the costumes and stuff, and then I have a storage full of all kinds of stuff, and I don't think I'm ever gonna use it again. But it's just there, and I just don't want to throw it away.
Right.
It's crazy, but yeah, I gotta get storage. We were talking about out of state. Have you walked out of state? What? I mean, besides these.
Oh my God! Let me tell you how that has played out, and to a certain degree, like I said, I want to walk out of state, but just sometimes people, they tell you, people could tell you stuff to get you discouraged to not want to do certain things. But let me tell you what play, sometimes I say, well, do I want to walk out of state or no? And why? Because January, I went to Stewart Ebony Ball in Atlanta, Martin Luther King weekend this year. And I was in the bathroom getting dressed, and what happened first? No, I think someone put out a gun, if I'm not mistaken, or a fight broke out, some type of brawl broke out, and I know I was in the bathroom, and they was like, "Oh, the ball is over." I'm like, "What?" And I was devastated because we had paid all that money to get down there, and us, we didn't do like the fab kids and catch a plane down there. We took the bus, which was 18, 19 hours. So we were devastated, and then they let the ball go on, and then a few minutes later, someone sprayed mace, and the ball had ended. So I was devastated.
Wow.
I didn't get to walk.
Tell the bitch to get back.
Right. Now, that was in January. Now, I just went to Letitia, at the time, Revlon, a ball. I went to her ball, which was a couple of months ago, to Walk Bazaar. And I was dressed. I was in the back. A lot of people was hanging out in the back, and there was a lot of noise and stuff going on.
The time ball, that's right.
Right. There was a lot of noise and stuff going on, and I was like 30 minutes later, I'm pouring down sweat in this costume, and I'm like, well, when are they going to call the category? How about they had called the category, and I missed the category? So
Really?
I was kind of devastated there as well. And so then I hear these comments from people. People say that a lot of states, a lot of fights break out. And it's just so much you be hearing about these boys out of state. The stunts with the money, the stunts with them closing the functions down early. It's just a bunch of stuff that I be hearing. And that makes me say sometimes, I would hate to be planning to go and walk a ball down there after spending all this money to make these outfits, to get the accessories that you need to make these outfits, and not get to walk. So so those are things that discourage me right now about rather wanting to walk out of state or not. Because you'd be disappointed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah. A lot of stuff happens,
so.
Out of state, that whole drama with the whole Didi Chanel deeming controversy thing that happened, was one of them. What was it? Was it North Carolina with the chairs and the throwing, and then Atlanta, Georgia with the IM ball and the shootout, and stuff like that. Yeah, it gets a little stuff like that. I know Jamal Milan said to be icon, you have to be state to state. Remember that. So walking balls, state to state can be a little hectic, and especially if you don't know the area and know the ballroom scene or the community in that state. So, but then again, I feel like, the ballroom scene is advancing today. There's going to be a time where you're going to have to walk state to state, and it's going to become more challenging to achieve a status in the ballroom scene, I guess. But yeah, definitely. Are there any other states that you are hoping to go maybe in the future and walk a ball? Is there any states that interest you?
Is there any states? Just going on the state period, I think.
Right.
Just not any specific one.
How about Europe?
Just going out of state period. And why for me is, it's an honor that New York, because that's where it all started at in New York, that how we, New York, have influenced other states to give balls. Because I could recall when I stayed in D.C., the only states that would have balls back then were D.C., Philly, Baltimore, and New York. Them are the only states that I recall having balls. And now you even have balls all the way down in North Carolina.
Well,
and that's a big thing. Like for me, I be saying all the time, I be like, I can't believe that there are balls, in different states.
Wow.
And sometimes you have more than one ball in one day, or more than one ball in one weekend. You might have a ball in L.A. this weekend, and also a ball in North Carolina this weekend, too. And if you ever look at them on YouTube, they all be crowded. And I'd be like, that's amazing. So it really doesn't matter, specifically at this point, what state it is. I would just like to start going to, the balls out of state.
Right.
And I would prefer, if I go by myself, I'll go by myself, but I would prefer to, go as a house. I think that would be,
that would be fast.
A big deal for me.
I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
What about, out of the country, Europe? Have you ever thought about visiting, Europe to walk a ball?
Yeah, of course I would. Listen,
right.
anywhere besides in New York where there's not a ball that I would love to go. I would just love to go. That would be, that would be fun for me. But I definitely considered Europe. I would love to go to Europe to walk a ball.
Okay. Word. Now, Are you working on any garments today? Are you working on any pieces today?
Am I working on any
pieces, any bizarre pieces today? Anything new?
Well, see, first of all, I still have something in the closet already, or to be able to walk. But the majority of the time, I wait until the flyer come out because you never know what they're calling for. Remember, I was saying sometimes a flyer could call for a specific thing sometimes. So if you get started making on this outfit, you might just have to, change it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a ball where they want recycled materials. So if I go and get this stuff and start making on an outfit, and then the next ball that's coming up, they might want recycled material. So that means that, oh my God, I got to go out and start putting together for this, and then remember, there's no room in my apartment.
Right.
So, yeah.
Wow.
But I'm definitely waiting to see when is the next big function that has Bazaar here in New York. I do know that they have in February at the Dorian Corey Awards Ball in Philly. They have Bazaar, but you have to battle for the cash. You have to battle other people for other categories for the cash, and that. I mean, how am I walking Bazaar and for the cash I got to battle someone that's walking foot or eyewear, or I forgot what the other categories that I've seen on the flyer, but you have to battle for the cash. Each each category